Hello and welcome back to another episode or another discussion. This one I wanted to be as upfront as I can be and acknowledge that I haven't been as honest as I wanted to be when I first originally started making these. And I noticed when I go back and watch them, whenever I do, I try to make everything seem like it's all good, and I try to talk about the most positive things going on in my life. But on this one, I wanted to try and do it the right way, or the way that I wanted to, because maybe I'm doing all this wrong and not doing it for the right reason. So recently I've really just been trying to reflect on my past and my childhood and trying to remember how it went, because I don't know, maybe I thought my childhood was a bad one. Who knows, maybe it was. I know it's compared to others are completely more worse than mine, but maybe as a kid I saw that it was bad, and the trauma that I went through just made me forget how it all went, because when you are a child and you do go through a lot of rough stuff, your mind just pushes it all away, and so you don't remember it, so it doesn't hurt you anymore. At least that's kind of what I've read about, is when you do experience childhood trauma, that's what happens. Subconsciously you just push everything away. And I know when I was a kid, I would use sports, video games, and YouTube as an escape from what was going on in the household. So maybe that's why I don't really remember too much that went on, because I was just drowning everything out with video games and YouTube videos and things like that. So it's really hard to remember what happened. I mean, I do have a lot of good memories from my childhood with my family and friends, but there's a lot of blank areas. And I remember I did have to grow up pretty early just to help support, and I don't know, it's easy to complain, but I'm pretty happy about everything that happened. I couldn't be more grateful about how everything turned out, I'd say. There's a lot of worse alternatives of how it could have went, but the reason I've been thinking about this so much is because me and my friend, we was talking at the gym about our childhoods, and I realized I couldn't really bring much stuff up. So that's why I've been trying to remember what happened. But who knows? I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm just chatting, but when I'm not trying to remember how my childhood went, I'm always busy stressing about how my future life will be. And maybe that's the reason why I can't remember how my childhood went, because I spent my whole childhood stressing about the future. And maybe it's just a big loophole that I'm stuck in. But like I said, who knows? Nobody really knows anything about life, I guess. Everybody's first time. So I guess that's good to know. As long as I'm doing better than myself yesterday, that's all I'm worried about. Which I don't think I'm doing too good right now. But anyways, I've been recently trying to differentiate solitude from loneliness as well. Working, I know I've brought it up multiple times, but working these overnight shifts and on the weekends when I'm up all night by myself, it does get pretty lonely. But I think it's good to practice being by yourself and practice loneliness, so that something were to ever happen, that you're comfortable with your own thoughts and that it doesn't scare you in a way. And so I think that's what solitude is, just being happy when you are alone, so that when you are alone, you're not alone, type of thing, because you have yourself. You always have yourself, as long as you know how to use yourself correctly, I'd say. And maybe that's why I like making these so much now, is because I can talk to myself in a way like this. So I've just been, trying to practice that, and it's been working pretty good, and I'm still practicing my stoicism, or whatever it's called, and that's really been helping a lot. I've really noticed a big change in how my days are going. I've noticed I've been having a lot more better days with just being grateful about everything that's going on in my life that I have around me, and that there's worse things going on to other people. Always be grateful about where you are. So that's been helping out. I think that's gonna be it for this discussion video. I kind of went through everything that I wanted to talk about pretty quick, and maybe it'll be better if it is a short-term video instead of a longer one. I know my last one was 8.5 minutes, so I'm just gonna cut it here, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope everything in your life's going great. Be safe.